Why would you agree to do this?
Why not? I don't know. You asked me to. Actually, okay, no, I asked you to.
My experience with dating apps has been just wildly mixed. My routine is to download, swipe for a few days, get a couple matches, never message them, and then uninstall the app, which I've repeated for many years now. This process has landed me some cool friends like Rachel, as well as some traumatic experiences like the entire year of 2017. What kind of people do I tend to match with or swipe on Tinder?
Septum piercing, brown short hair. He doesn't like the basic Tinder photos. They don't give you what you give up. There have been one-sided relationships.
And the really distinct ones, just awful. They got some problems.
I think I gravitate towards people that were broken.
Maybe you're attracted to broken people. Try and fix them.
No!
Why are you doing this yourself?
West Coast vibe, alt but not like hardcore. A piercing, chill vibes, but passionate. Usually it's artistic or creative focused. I think you're looking for that.
I think I am looking for that. And like the others mentioned, I may have looked in the wrong places. And to be honest, I've been kind of out of the dating scene since COVID and Blonde Radio started. Surprisingly, interviewing hundreds of people around the world doesn't leave my schedule very open. And yet I long for the thing I talk so often about, the desire to understand and to be understood. So I re-downloaded Tinder, but this time felt a little different. Winona messaged me first, continuing the lyrics that I had put in my bio. In their bio contained both a peanut and tree nut allergy, as well as a question regarding my favorite airport. Overall, very cool. We had a nice back and forth for about an hour before this happened.
Are you a TikToker?
TikToker is actually a slur, did you know?
Okay, and what's your TikTok, Brad?
Alright, Blonde Radio.
Wait a second.
Waiting.
I've been waiting since August 23rd, 2020 for an interview.
Which is true, they sent me the screenshot and I was floored. But simultaneously, I had an idea.
I think I should come up there and interview IRL. I think that it'd be very funny and cool because this has literally never happened before.
Yeah, I think you have to.
It's about 8 a.m. and I'm going to meet her. It's a 2-hour drive. Some of the roads are still a bit washed out from the flooding we've had here, but I think I'll get there in time. The roads ended up being not bad at all. I actually got there a little bit early, which gave me plenty of time to get nervous. Okay, and then I do this. Hello.
Hi.
It's nice to formally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I guess. Why would you agree to do this?
Why not? I don't know. You asked me to. Actually, okay, no, I asked you to. In a way, it's like, why did you agree to do this?
Oh, interesting.
Because technically I asked you first.
Power move by you.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. Would you feel comfortable giving an elevator pitch on you?
I can do that. In school, like I did business for a while and I had to do this whole class that was literally just on doing elevator pitches. And I think I have PTSD.
Okay, so bad word. Give me the escalator pitch.
This is random, but I also have a crippling fear of escalators. Anyways, not related. Like, my name's Winona, 23. I'm a visual arts student. I'm a screen printer. And that's all I have to offer, really.
Who would like your friends describe you as?
I hope they would say that I'm like nice. Funny. Actually, I had to get them to do a survey once, and somebody wrote something that I thought was very nice, and it was that I take the time to research things before having my opinion on anything. It's like such a small thing, but I feel like that it's like wanting to know. You know, the quest for knowledge is kind of like my whole thing. That's like more important to me than like being funny.
Really appreciate that. One of my biggest pet peeves is when someone has a very hard opinion on something that they self-admittedly are like, but I haven't actually engaged with that thing. What's your tell that you know someone's into?
If someone's just making like a conscious effort to be around you, there's a good chance they probably like you, because I don't know, I don't have time to do that. If someone's energy's off, making time for you.
Is it safe to say you would not give energy to someone who's like clearly not giving it back?
I think that's like my flaw, is that I probably would.
Yeah. And then on the reverse end, how do you know if you're into someone? What's your like, shit, here we go again?
It's like the same thing. It's just like I want to be around them. I think I also kind of hyperfixate on people, so I'll like kind of pick a person and just be obsessed with them for a hot minute. Even with my friends, like just, okay, I don't want to sound like too needy or like stalking, but just like wanting to hang out with someone and like be around someone, even just online. Like, I feel like it makes everybody feel good.
In a broad, sweeping, general sense, what has your experience with even, let's say, like dating apps in general, or just like online dating?
So
Okay, pause on the editing for a moment because this is a topic I've been so interested in. There's been quite the epidemic in our community of people finding not only friendships online, but sometimes more than that. Up until recently, what would you say has been your experience with online dating?
Naturally, a lot of us spends a lot of time at home on the internet. It just goes to show you that the world is a lot bigger than you think. You never know what kind of people you might meet. I'm currently in an online relationship or long distance.
I'm in an online relationship now. Discord is the best dating app. If you make friends with somebody and then you just continue down that path until it's kind of something more.
Just the culture that's stigmatized around those apps. A lot of my close relationships have been like Twitter, Discord actually. I guess it's easier for me to be vulnerable online than in real life.
My big takeaway from online dating and just online relationships in general is that you shouldn't disregard them because you never know who you might meet.
Like people were on it in high school and I had no interest. And then I did like date people off Tinder for a while. After like my last big relationship, I was like, we're never using Tinder again. Everyone on here has something wrong with them. After like isolation not by choice, I was like, I'm bored. So I downloaded Tinder, which is actually only like a week ago. You're the first person I've met this round.
Damn, okay. That's really inflating my ego quite a bit, so thank you. We spent like the past year and a half not interacting very much person to person. How does that affect deeper connections when it comes to either, good friendships, new ones you want to make, or romantic ones?
I think I have just learned how to be alone. I'm like more cautious about who I'm surrounding myself with instead of just like blindly jumping in with anybody new. Like, I think that'd be a good question to follow up with in like 3 years. Because I think at that point, I'll be like, oh, damn, yeah, things changed.
Right. So I should check up in 3 years?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Not to say you have all the answers, but what would you recommend to someone who's trying to now get back into that?
Just do it. No one's gonna wait for you. Like, you have to just kind of put yourself out there. I think someone needs to tell me advice.
Make sure it's what you both want, especially if you guys have different love languages. I guess honestly just constant communication, just knowing you both want it.
Finding people with similar interests. I've made so many friends online. I'm having a great time. That can lead to like, in-person connections as well. Like I've got to meet people, gonna be meeting more people in the future.
Obviously, you want to present your best self. You don't really know a person until you really start talking to them. There's so many different ways to connect with people. You just got to take the first step and see where it goes, and you might surprise yourself.
Where do you feel like uncomfortable or unsure about getting out there?
I think maybe it's just like the fear that it's not going to be returned with the same enthusiasm, and it's like can feel like a waste of time. Surface level, it just feels like very content being alone. I don't know if that's true, but so when it's like thinking about like putting myself out there, it's kind of just like, well, why? Like, who cares?
Yeah, because you've already adapted to...
Yeah.
I mean, listen, from the brief, very small time I've gotten to know you and stalk all your socials, like, I feel like once you see someone's, like, Justin Bieber jacket, like, that's, like, a layer.
I'm proud. I touched his hand.
And what did that mean to you?
Everything.
I know, like, you're saying you're content to... You found that inner peace, which I think is very good and necessary. I think you're someone who very much would... I don't know. People would benefit from having you in their lives.
That's very nice. Yeah, again, like, I don't know if it's true that I'm just, like, content. No, not that. Like, that I'm just, like, content being alone. That I don't really care. I don't know.
Like, maybe that's, like, just the thing you're telling yourself right now.
Yeah. Like, maybe it's just the fear of actually, like, being rejected has, like, reversed itself to being like, no, I'm good.
I'll just say it right back at you then, because it's what you said that stuck with me just from now. But, yeah, no one's going to wait for you.
Preach.
Cool. You see a scar? What?
I see it.
What did you say?
I don't know.
This is the best dating advice I've ever gotten. Not to say I use it all the time, but I'm working on it.
What can I do?
I just get a large fry. No one says it's anything more than a date. Thank you. No one said that. Which is to say, don't overthink it. How often is it that we're so intimidated by even the idea of something that we'll think of 1,000 outcomes before taking any action? We're so stimulated now more than ever through likes, scrolling, videos, even this one. So whenever that stimulation is removed, we just migrate it from here to here, and we overthink everything. No one says it's anything more than a date. Go for it. If it's good, great. Keep stepping forward. If not, go back the way you came. But by overthinking, we stand still. We live too short a life to postpone our happiness like that.
I'm not gonna make this easy. Here comes the goodbye. 'Cause every time I go, I'm scared it's gonna be the last time.